can't really talk about Port Freeport without talking about some of the early beginnings of the mouth of the Brazos River. And with the arrival of Stephen F. Austin in 1821, recognizing that this region would be a great place to colonize because of the Brazos River.
Texas began in Brazoria County with the Austin Colony. The Austin Colony began at Port Freeport.
I think if you go back and look in 1925 when the voters approved forming the navigation district and looked at what their first project was, which was diverting the Brazos River and giving Port Freeport the dead-end channel where you don't have the flooding issues that you would have with the Brazos, you don't have the siltation issues, and giving it a good, stable port. And that's what brought Dow Chemical to this area. And without Dow Chemical, we wouldn't have Lake Jackson. This region, this entire region would look dramatically different in ways that we can't even imagine.
Being a Texan, we find ways to get things done. And obviously, that's what happened in 1925. I'm not sure if they ever envisioned exactly what we have today, because what we experience here today is just tremendous.
We have grown from a small harbor port with wooden vessels to an extreme diverse port. I call it the jewel of the Texas Gulf Coast.
From being raised in Freeport and watching it grow like this, it's amazing.
Port's played an integral role in the development and stability of the area through its creation of job opportunities, bringing new business into the area, and promoting the area throughout the United States and world.
They've had the vision to develop the potential of this waterway. It's being built out in a way that facilitates smart growth. It builds out a way so that customers are attracted to our area and all the things it has to offer, such as a short transit, great dock facilities, has all been fostered by the leadership Port Freeport has shown.
Freeport LNG has been working with Port Freeport for over 20 years, nearly a quarter of its century in operations. Our relationship with Port Freeport has always been collaborative and strategic, with Port Freeport listening to our needs and embracing opportunities to grow our collective success.
All the years that I've been doing economic development, you really find out how important and how fortunate we are to have Port Freeport here with us.
It's a machine that moves forward, made up of people, but it's an entity that moves things forward.
This is an economic engine, not just for us locally, but statewide and nationwide. And the job opportunities, even if they're not directly at the port, even the grocery stores, and you just go on down the line, it just has so many effects on so many people.
Nationwide, they support 266,000 jobs, I believe. That's a lot of benefit.
Our goal here isn't to just maintain what we have, but it's to grow beyond what we have, make sound investments, community trust. And I know that's a big, huge factor for Phyllis.
I think that we have taken a sustainable approach to building the diversity of the port and having sound financial transactions that will carry this port forward and allow it to remain self-sustainable and without reliance on the taxpayers.
In 2023, we became totally independent of maintenance and operation taxes. And last year, we also became totally independent of INS, or the GEO bond that the people have approved.
And that's the thing that personally most satisfying to me was to see us get to that point of self-sufficiency.
I've been here 28 years, and it's pretty neat, to be honest with you. I mean, every day's kind of a new day.
Working for a port authority is very exciting, kind of managing those challenges. Ultimately, we've got a great team of professionals working here.
A lot of people, when they come to work here, whether you're in a union or a non-union or a tenant, it's a small knit group and everybody looks after one another.
Everyone has been wonderful, very cooperative, and everyone does their job. It made the port fun, and it helped us focus on the growth of the port.
And I think there's a great sense of pride in everyone at this port to keep advancing this port in the right direction of growth.
They depth in the channel, which allows Phillips 66 and other stakeholders in the area to bring in larger vessels.
Port Freeport will be the deepest ship channel anywhere on the East Coast and the Gulf of America. Virginia will be right behind us at 55 feet, and behind them, very close, will be Corpus Christi at 54 feet. We'll be at 56.
We actually have now about 40,000 feet of rail space, which is a lot.
Had the Port Commission not made the commitment to build that rail, we may not have attracted companies like Volkswagen Group of America to the port.
Also, the development of our container facility with the 2 new Super Post Panamax gantry cranes has really planted the flag on the ability to service container lines. And I continue to be amazed by the development here.
Port Freeport continues to push forward. The area's prolonged economic success is a testament to those who 100 years ago envisioned the potential that a port at the mouth of the Brazos River would achieve.
It's hard to think 100 years in advance, but we have to.
I see Port Freeport being one of the top 10 ports in the nation. We're already approaching that now, but I only see just more growth.
The infrastructure that we're building today will be around in 100 years and still functional.
Not everyone gets an opportunity to work for an organization that's going to have a legacy, that's going to mean something to future generations. Just understanding that every decision we make, every tenant that we bring in, every piece of infrastructure that we put in has a chance to have that same type of legacy, and it's going to continue building and making an impact.
That doesn't belong to the commissioners, doesn't belong to the staff, it belongs to the people. And we're here to serve the people and creating those opportunities for the people of this county.
Hopefully we give the next generation a good base, a good foundation for them to build on.
There's a new statement on the Port website that says, opportunity accelerated, anchored in service, propelled by people. Without people, we don't have a port. And it doesn't really matter. From our CEO to the gate security, to the truckers, to the seafarers, to the businesses that are in the port, it's all about people. And so that's our legacy.
And I'm pretty sure the port will maintain that culture and continue to grow on and serve the community for what it was created.
It's good to be a part of that, and I'm not sure if everybody recognizes how important their role has been in the success of Port Freeport. Working together, which is what Texans do, is something that will need to continue because it takes persistence and vision and all of us working together to continue to compel more economic investment in the area, more jobs and prosperity. I look forward to continuing to be a part of that.